love that sound. I love that when she tells us that she's giving us permission to talk.
Recording in progress. Yeah.
Yeah. Goeiedag allemaal. Greetings from Ton and Ron.
Hello, hello, everybody.
Ah,
Wel
you're
welcome
look
to the podcast.
yes, welcome. You're looking handsome this morning. Is it what's the temperature right now?
Cold. Oh,
Niet
jeez.
lekker koud.
Poeh. Nee, nee, nee. Koud is nooit lekker.
Yeah.
Um, what is it? I kind of don't know. It's anywhere
Any day.
between 5 or 10 degrees Celsius.
Huh. Okay, so just to help people figure that out, you're talking about somewhere between 45 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
It's too cold. It's too cold.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah,
cold.
it is.
Too
Yeah,
cold.
that's on the other
Yeah.
hand, I wouldn't mind a few days of that kind of temperature here in the swamp, otherwise known as Florida.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I
I
can
heard
imagine
I
that.
heard someone say, so I've heard two descriptions of Florida from space. The first
Yeah.
one is if you look at the map of Florida from a satellite image upside down, it looks like the Grinch. And if you look at a map of Florida the way it is, it looks like the flaccid male member.
Okay. A flaccid, what is that?
Flaccid,
Like
soft. Looks like a soft penis. That's what I was told. But it's kind of appropriate, really, when you think
okay.
about
Yeah,
it.
or big funnel full of whatever.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, yeah, well, it's not too bad.
Oh, no. No, it could be
It
worse.
is it is very nice.
Could be worse.
Although it's very warm, but still.
Yeah, but that's yeah, you need a change of scenery. You need a change of
Hmm.
seasons. This is important. You get to prepare specific foods. There are certain foods that are comfort foods and certain times of the year. But I mean, on the other hand, yeah, I wasn't a big coffee drinker until I lived in the Netherlands, and I love the fact that, mid to late morning, no matter what you're doing, you stop and everybody sits down and has coffee together, and then it happens again later in the afternoon. And I love that because all it is an excuse to sit down and have conversations with your mates. I think that's friggin' brilliant. It's just
Yeah.
I drink coffee. I don't have a specific, I'm not one of those. You're gonna have 2 cups in the morning, and that is my day. Nah, screw that. I'll have coffee in the afternoon. I'll have it in the evening.
Yeah. Well, maybe in your case it's a wise thing to skip the evening coffees because of your insomnia thingies. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Goeie
yeah.
day.
Good day. Yeah. You can try.
Yeah. Okay,
And
I will. That sounds good. Um, but we're not giving medical advice, although we're never giving it medical advice anytime we talk about health and things like that. It's always with the caveat that we are not medical professionals and that the information we talk about
right.
is for entertainment consumption only, and any changes you make to your
Exactly.
diet or your health should be done after consulting with a trained professional. How is that? Off the top of
Yeah,
my
that's
head.
oh, if is that an American thing or isn't it? Yeah. If
It really is.
you're
Well,
not
well,
here, yeah, well,
it's like I know there's another country and I don't know if it's Australia or wherever it is that the pharmaceutical industry advertises directly to the end user, which is I tell people it's
yeah,
bizarre. And they'll say,
yeah.
you know, ask your doctor if penis fell off is for you. That's right. What it does is it helps you accomplish all these things you never thought was possible. And then, of course, the tiny fine print and the voice in the background is saying, absurd. It's like anxiety medications and depression, antidepressant medications. Side effects
Yeah.
can include suicide. No, no, forget it. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
very, very
yeah.
American thing.
Well,
Um,
well, it's also pretty funny here in the Netherlands. Is if you have an ad on the TV or something or commercial for vitamin supplements or stuff like that, or something like that. You have this little disclaimer on the bottom of the screen. It says uh, EU approval pending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Because
not
it's not approved yet, but
right.
they go like, well, it's great and it does so and so, but
I
we still
love
have to
that.
wait for an approval.
I love that
I don't.
because
It sucks.
well, what's funny is in America, there's something very similar. These statements have not been validated, verified, or tested by the FDA. They're not approved. And again, it goes into
Exactly.
before starting
Yeah.
any diet or supplemental regimen, please consult with your medical professional or doctor to confirm this is right for you.
Medical professional is another word. That's so hysterical. What a
But
medical professional. That's funny.
I feel like
Okay.
we could really talk about this and we could. It's an interesting thing. There's something that is making its rounds, and it's a comparison of maybe you've seen this. It's a comparison of two items that should be exactly the same. Like, for example, Quaker Oats. Quaker Oats sold in the UK has oats and salt. And then sold in America, it has 4 or 5 times the ingredients. Cereal, few items that are all naturally occurring and easy to pronounce. And then America. And I really feel like this is a good show and tell. I should have grabbed a couple of boxes of cereal. Um, the
Hmm.
there's a guy here in the States. Pretty awesome guy. I love reading what he writes. He once spent time with monks in California, and then he once had a Navy SEAL, which is a special forces badass, come to live with him, and then he wrote
Yeah.
experience. But he put a challenge out to the CEO of Kellogg, and it was something like, "Hey, if you eat your food every day for a year, I'll give you $400,000." Not
Of
surprisingly, the CEO never took him up on it. And I think,
course I know. Yeah.
um, I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I came back from my year in the Netherlands, um, I had difficulty for the first 2 months in America processing just about anything I ate. Certainly, if I went out to eat,
Hmm.
it everything I ate would tear me up. And even some of the things that I would buy from the store and bring home to cook and fix because we have exorbitant amounts of preservatives and salts and sugars in
Uh,
everything we eat. The reality is Americans consume way too much sugar.
mm.
I sent you the photo yesterday of this stroopwafel in a local
Right.
supermarket, and I sent the same photo to our friend Leon, and he's like, "Oh, I'll bet you got a bunch." And I went, "Actually, believe it or not, I didn't. Because it's almost like anything that you can't eat just one of. I couldn't ever
Hmm.
open a package of stroopwafels and have just one. So I wound up not getting them because I'm also mindful of the amount of sugar added into things without us even
Yeah.
trying.
Stroopwafel, there's a lot of sugar anyway, so obviously.
Yes, there is.
Because
Yes, there is.
stroop is like molten sugar or I
That's
don't
all it
know,
is.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
well,
Doesn't make it
stroopwafels, yeah.
doesn't make it less tasty.
It's really tasty. It is. Well, I don't eat a lot of stroopwafels in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
no. Well,
I don't.
your body and your brain and that connection, the triangle to your taste buds, if you cut a thing out of your system or dramatically reduce how much you consume of it, you're no longer creating cravings because with some of that stuff, sugar, um,
Uh,
it was a real fascinating thing when I was working on my associate's degree. Our biology professor had, back in the days of chalkboards, he'd put two helixes on the chalkboard, and they looked exactly the same, two of them.
Hmm.
And he
Hmm.
told the entire class, if anyone can guess what this is, you have an A in the class. You don't have to take a test. You don't have to submit another assignment. You don't have to do anything. You have an A in the, can you guess? And he gave us the
Okay.
entire length of the class to try to guess what it was, and we were all wrong.
Uh,
Turned out one of the helixes was
uh,
cocaine, and the other helix was sugar. And they were
really?
almost exactly the same. The difference was the placement of all oxygen molecules towards the end of the helix. And it was really fascinating when he just after he told us that, probably half the class went, "Oh," because we were all processing the similarities. They're both refined, they're granular, they have the same effect on your body. It was just
Yeah.
really bizarre to to look at that image and go, wow, that's just crazy. And I think about food, and I think about the opportunities we have with our body. I think about how, fast food. There's a great line in a movie called Remo Williams, and it's said by Joel Grey, and I think I may have said this before. He goes, "Do you
Mm.
know why they call it fast food? Because it speeds you to an early grave."
Right, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that's
God,
funny. It's
it's
featured.
it's
Yeah, the
it's
slow
true.
death of fast food.
It's true. And
Uh,
you know, I think about when I was there, last time I was there, just the joy of having conversation while a meal is being prepared, while we're sitting in the kitchen talking,
yeah.
and that there's no hurry to prepare this meal, and there's no hurry to get it on plates and get the plates on the table and quickly eat. It's all
Mm,
it's all part
right.
of the experience. And you
Of
forget
course.
that, you lose sight of that.
Uh,
We ate at a restaurant in Disney Springs a couple of weekends ago called Morimoto Asia, and it's the Chef Morimoto's restaurant. What a
uh,
phenomenal experience! One of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And
uh,
we were there close to 2 hours, hour and 40 or 45 minutes. So
yeah.
obviously they weren't, it's not a big deal in the Netherlands, but
No,
in
it's
in
normal.
America, in the amount of time it took us to sit, converse, enjoy our food, take in the atmosphere, many other restaurants would have turned the table twice, because for them,
Yeah.
profits are all
Okay.
about the number of times you can get a butt in the same seat.
Of course, I do understand, but it's not exactly the whole purpose of going out to dinner.
No.
You want to have a good time as well, right? You can stuff
Yes,
the food in your mouth at home as well. You don't
we
need a restaurant for that.
we took our, even going out for Haring. We
Mm.
we sat down, we took our time, we talked. It really stunned me the first time I went out to eat. It was the Chinese restaurant in Elburg,
Yeah.
and it
Okay.
was a long experience, and I just was processing the fact that it
Mm.
was an event that was part of our evening. It wasn't, we're coming in, we're getting Chinese, and 40 minutes later we're out the door. It was, we're going into hour two, and we're still sitting and talking and maybe nibbling.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. I guess
That's
that's
lovely.
but I never realized that there's a different cu culture in that in well, not all the restaurants I gather. It's not all.
Well,
Yeah, of course you have
fast food
fine dining as
restaurants,
well. Yeah.
yeah, fast food restaurants
Yeah.
won't be that way, but even, even casual, even
Mm,
in the Netherlands, even casual restaurants where maybe you go up and order, or even
mm,
if you sit down, it's full serve where they come take your order. It's still, there's not a hurry to get you out of there.
mm.
When you and I went the first time, we went for Haring, and
Right.
trying to remember that. I'm trying
Right.
to remember. I just forgot the name of the town.
Zwolle.
Yeah, Swallow. It
Oh,
was Swallow. What?
yeah.
No, was it Swallow?
Last time.
Yeah,
Last
yeah, yeah.
time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
smaller.
no, 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 no,
And
no,
then
no.
Kampa.
Yeah, Compa, that's
Kampa.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Um, we we didn't feel rushed. We didn't feel rushed
No,
when the fish was brought out. We didn't feel
no,
rushed to eat our food and get out of there.
no,
Uh,
not at all. Of
it's
course.
it's
Mm.
just it's a beautiful thing, and I think if we take our time, we take our time to eat, we're going to take our
Hmm.
time to enjoy the experience, and that experience includes
Yeah.
conversation, just like us now. You know, we look forward
Mm.
to, the fact that it's two old friends, two old guys who get to sit down once a week and talk
Yeah.
about whatever.
Just whatever. Yeah, exactly.
You know, we
Yeah. We talked
we
about this briefly about
we
the
did.
differences in the eating culture in the
Hmm.
Netherlands and in you already talked about the difference in spending time
Yep.
outdoors if you're having a
But
the
it
fine
always
dining
it
like yeah,
it
what?
never hurts to repeat those things, because
Nee, of
sometimes
course.
people have to be reminded that there's more than one way.
Yeah. Well, what I find surprising is that in the Netherlands, in whatever restaurant you're going, you always have the time to enjoy a meal in an elaborate way. It's not only the fine dining restaurants in the Netherlands that you can do it. Instead of in the United States, of course, they don't kick you out of your chair, so to speak. And only in fine dining restaurants. In other restaurants, like casual dining,
Yeah.
they have to be out of there as fast as possible for them. And it's not the, and that's in the Netherlands, nothing. No, it's not
Well,
happening. You can take
even
your time wherever you are.
even some expensive restaurants in the US that you would consider
Mm,
fine dining, most everything is not quick serve casual. There's a big window of restaurants that serve the full service arena, but
mm,
they are more about efficiency, many of them, than they are the quality of food and service. And
mm,
I hate to say that. It's the same as uh I remember, I remember the first time we went to Nikki's, and Michiel was with us, and we ordered a pizza. And
yeah,
I tipped the way I would tip here in the US. I tipped uh it was just a pizza, but I think I tipped 25%. And Michiel looked at me and said the same thing 10 seconds before
mm,
the server did. He goes, "Mate, that's too much." And I said it was
yeah.
good
It's not
service. And then she
necessary.
comes, she goes, "Oh no, this is too much." Because this isn't like America. I get paid
Yeah,
pretty well. And I thought, oh,
yeah,
okay. Because in America
right.
they would look at the tip, and no, I don't think anyone in my experience anywhere that I've ever
Mm,
dined in the United States has said, "Oh, that tip is
yeah.
too much."
No, 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 that doesn't happen. Now, here in the Netherlands, of course, it's different. Well, anyway. So, but you just before we started, you told me that your wife fixed you boerenkool. That's
Yes.
also very funny because the first time I came in America, you guys had a party, of course. Remember? It was
Yep.
a 70s party or something. I don't
Yep.
know exactly, but anyways, uh, I saw these big salads coming in.
Yep.
You ordered out the
Yep.
salads, and there was for a garnish there was kale.
Yeah.
And we're like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Huh? Kale?
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't happen in the Netherlands because we eat that stuff.
Oh
We
no,
ate
well
it. We eat it.
so
But back then also.
I've been turned on to a wonderful way of thinking, and several chefs think this as well, that if you put it on the plate, you should be able to eat it.
Of course,
Well,
of
you and
course.
I mean, we know that now, and for the Dutch and for many Western European countries, that's part of the culture. But in America, yeah, they'll throw things on there for decoration you're not supposed to eat. Like I'll
Yeah.
Where the heck was I? Oh, darn it. We're at a restaurant and the restaurant they served a side of endive and really what looked like orchid flowers, but I don't know that they were or not, but I held one of the flowers up and I went, "This is edible?" And it was the same thing. I was at this tiki bar in Miami called the Kaona Room. It's called the Hidden Tiki Bar because it is hidden. If you don't know where it is, you'll never
Hmm.
find it. In fact, you have to walk through another restaurant through a hidden door in the back to get to it.
No,
But
really.
but their drinks, Billy served this beautiful, beautiful drink called the Jungle Bird. And on top of it was one of those flowers. And I held it up. I said,
Right.
"This is edible." And he went, "Yeah, of course. Everything except the back of that stem." And I went, I
Right.
took a bite out of it. I was like, "Oh my gosh." And even, this was funny. Our youngest, one day, she was spending time. Her sister from another mister is Aurora, and they've known each other really ever since they've been born because there's only 2 weeks between them. And Aurora's dad, his name is Dave, very knowledgeable when it comes to plants. Like he's one of the most
Right.
knowledgeable guys that I know. He'll walk anyway, he's growing this nursery of unusual, hard to find and high in demand plants. And one
Hmm.
which grows like a weed is called porterweed. And I knew about all the things that the plant could do and how it was consumable, edible. You could use this part for the tea and this part for a salve if you have a wound. And somehow I had forgotten the purple flower is edible. And Addison was just proudly showing me, yeah, so she's going through all the things the plant can do, and then she's popping purple flowers off and handing some to me. Here, try it. It's got like a peppery aftertaste. And I was like, okay. Oh my gosh. And there we are ridiculously plucking purple flowers off. So I love that. And that Billy served this
Yeah.
drink with an edible flower on top of it. So yeah,
Right.
that was a big circle to get back to the point that you brought up. It's like, yeah, if it's on the plate, you should be able to eat it. And I
Hmm.
agree. And with the boarding call, she was very excited to make it for me because it's either I like that. I like tuna noodle casserole. Those are comfort foods to me. But just boring cold takes it an extra step because
Hmm.
it takes me to the Netherlands, right? It takes me to my second home. And man, she
Yeah.
did a phenomenal job with it. And I was telling you
Yeah.
off the air, it was so good that it was served in a big bowl that was probably that deep. And I'm
Oh, wow.
scraping the sides with the spoon, excuse me. And when I'm done, I said, "Hey, is there any more?" And
Yeah, that's so
she
cool.
she
That's
she
so
laughed. Yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah.
because that's the other thing. You, we sometimes cook like we're cooking for a battalion. There's always food left over.
Well, you can always eat it the next day. That's no problem.
Precies.
Yeah, Boerenkool. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get it as well.
Yeah,
Soon.
we're talking
Maybe
about it. Now you're
it's
thinking, yeah,
cold enough.
I'm talking about it. I want some.
Yeah. Today I have Brussels sprouts.
Lekker.
Mm. Oh my God. That's so good. I eat it with what's it? With baked potatoes.
Yes.
Baked potatoes and like a cheese schnitzel.
Oh, how
Hmm.
nice. Oh,
I mean, the thing is with Brussels sprouts, you shouldn't cook them too long
no, no, no,
because
no.
if
You,
there's
so
still a little bite to it,
do
yeah,
you,
they taste like nuts.
do
Lekker
you
man.
bake them?
The Brussels sprouts?
Yeah. Yeah, in the oven?
No,
How do you cook them?
no. I cook them in salted water
Oh, yeah.
for 8 minutes.
So
So the
try,
so I'm
try
sorry.
the,
Yeah.
try, yeah, try this real quick. Try this. Next time you go to cook them, maybe cook in your oven on a baking pan. You put oil down first, and then you cover them with oil. Maybe you cover them with a little knoblauch, and you bake them in the oven.
Okay.
It's a
Hmm.
different texture. It's a different. I know what you're doing with the boiling water. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then of course, you have to throw the water away when they're cooked. And then I put a little juice. Like I use oil for
yeah.
baking.
Yep.
So I baked cheese schnitzels, and then a
Nice.
little bit of the juice. You throw it over the Brussels sprouts, and then
Hmm.
you put in some nutmeg.
Yeah. Okay. Do
Oh,
you
so good.
you also what goes great with that is balsamic vinegar.
Oh yeah? Okay. I never had that, I think. Well,
Yeah,
not that I'm
that's
aware of
great. Balsamic
anyway.
vinegar is great on salads. And it's very healthy.
Mm.
Very healthy.
Oh, I
We're
never
we're
used it.
talking we're talking this is fun. It's almost focused on the healthy episode. I love that.
Healthy. Vinegar. Yeah, vinegar is healthy, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
vinegar is almost like knoflook, like garlic. There's so many different things
Yeah.
that you can use it for and that it can do to your body and for your body. So I think that's fun.
Yeah, it is. Knoflook, ja, lekker jongen. Oeh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, same. Do you ever
Is
do you
that
ever
shit?
do you ever have it where you can spread it like butter?
Yeah, we do have it. It's in the fridge right now. So, but
Oh,
oh, that's so strong. What do you mean? You
yeah.
put it on your sandwich or anything? On your
Anything,
sandwich, or what do you mean?
anything you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, lekker on brood, but just so much, so much. And then the problem, it's so delicious and you eat so much of
Uh,
it
yeah,
that the next day you stink like garlic.
yeah.
Everybody
But
around you
also,
goes, "Oh."
and if you eat too much of it in your dish, then that's a disadvantage of the garlic. It won't leave the taste, won't leave your mouth for hours.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not. I don't like that.
No,
That's
no,
terrible.
it's true. And
So you have to be careful.
it can have fun with your digestive tract if you eat too much of it.
Oh yeah, I have no idea.
Well, eat too much of it and find out.
Oh, I did, but I never noticed that something unusual was happening with my intestines after eating garlic. Uh, so that's okay. Jezus, oh man.
Ah, yum,
Knoflook, lekker.
yum, yum, yum.
Yeah, I could do haring now, but hey,
Oh,
it's not gonna happen because the fish store in Elburg nearby
yeah.
my place, he sucks. It's terrible.
You said
The
that
previous
he
owner,
sold
yeah,
the business and the quality changed
yes.
with it.
Oh, dramatically.
That's terrible.
Like, yeah, it is terrible. Like haring, it should be smooth and no, yeah,
The
no
second
fish
place we went
bones,
to,
nothing. Yeah,
that second place we went to that was on the
yeah,
floating raft boat, barge, whatever the
yeah,
hell it was. Oh,
yeah.
some of
No,
the best hotting that I'd had in a very, very, very long time.
it's the best I ever had. I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm sure. In my
jeez.
case, yeah.
This
Well, the one in
boy,
Zwolle was good as well.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
good, but that was better. I have to say. Maybe
yeah.
you can
It's,
admit too. You're right. The one
I
in
do.
Swallow was
Yeah,
good, but it
yeah.
it was like the difference between delicious chocolate cake and, double Dutch German delicious chocolate cake with sprinkles. I don't know. You're right. They were both
Yeah,
good
that's pretty awesome.
as
Yeah,
far as I'm concerned.
yeah,
If it's even remotely good to the taste, I'm happy with it because it's not a
yeah.
thing you can get in the United
Nay,
States. I
nay.
don't
I know.
I don't think. I've never been able to find it. I can only find it jarred or pickled, and that's not the same.
Nay. You should be able to get it because it's you have these little jars with uncleaned salt herring. it's there, I'm sure, and you can freeze it. So
Well,
anybody can freeze
yeah,
it.
but the
So,
problem is
sh-
it gets pickled in brine, or like you said, yeah, I've seen that,
well,
but it's not as good as holding the Haring
well,
by the tail and
yeah.
or
Well,
using a little knife and
maybe
fork.
they adjusted it to the American taste or something. But I'm sure it must be out
I'm
there.
gonna look.
Just buy
I'll look.
yourself a little jar and it's frozen.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
I
and you have
will.
to clean it yourself.
I will look. I will do the research, and I will find this damn
Yeah,
thing because
yeah,
I am missing.
yeah. What you can do is have a haring party because
Uh,
they do it here in the Netherlands as well. Every year when the new haring comes out of the sea,
uh,
yeah, they have a haring party and they auction off the first symbolic jar of herring to the highest bidder, and
you
it goes
are singing
to
my
charity.
song, man.
That's good. And it goes to charity. They do it every year.
I
Yeah,
think that's great. I love that idea.
that's
Love
pretty
that
cool.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's grossed out with this taste. If nobody loves it, oh my God, some party is going to be, right?
No, not
Well,
yeah.
yeah,
Me
maybe
for
you have
my.
to, yeah. Maybe a lot of people, and then invite a lot of people, have them taste the herring, and everybody who loves
Well,
it, just
I
let them
was
come back every year.
I was humbled and I was flattered that, you way back, at Jonah Leon's wedding, they had a huge platter. And they had said, yeah, no, we ordered this for you because we knew. And I friggin', yeah, it was excessive, I know, but I ate 27
Yeah.
pieces.
Oh my God. You went down on that plate, my friend. I'm
I
telling you.
I did,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
It was a sexual experience.
Oh,
I'm not oh my
that
gosh.
was funny. That was funny. And
Delicious.
my mother-in-law, she was grossed out by seeing you doing it. And we're like, what? And it's not normal. I know it's not normal. Who cares? If he likes it, just let him eat.
So good.
It's not like he is able to eat it all the time. Yeah, but so much. Well, it's his body. If he gets sick, it's
I
his
didn't
own
get sick,
problem.
but it's fish. It
No.
wasn't like I was eating quarter pounders or something
Nay.
disgusting that,
Right.
it was fish. It went from the ocean to the processor to the distributor to my belly.
Exactly. In your belly. And it was awesome.
Yes, it was. Gosh, man.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. I have to say, well, there's nothing in America that was the same thing, but still, I used to love the old restaurants you took me to, like
Yeah, yeah, of course.
the things that are normal in the States, and here you just don't have them. Well, maybe you do, but not near where I live. It's interesting. Maybe I could look it up. For instance, Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Lekker,
Taco Bell. Yeah,
lekker.
I think in one of the big cities, maybe it was Amsterdam. You know
Maybe,
what?
yeah.
I'm gonna check right now while we're talking.
Yeah,
I
we
want
have,
to confirm, but
right.
I feel like
Of
maybe.
course. Of course, we have Burger King and McDonald's
Yeah.
and
You have
Kentucky
Wendy's?
Fried Chicken, chickens for KSC.
Yeah.
Wendy's, no, we don't.
Um,
No,
let's see.
KFC. That's also funny. A little side note.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna forget that again. Chickens for KFC. That's
Let's
funny.
see.
Did you find it?
Holy crap. Yeah, there's a Taco Bell in Breda. Yeah, I knew it. There's one in Amsterdam. There's one in Rotterdam, but there's a few of them. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Right. Yeah, a little bit to the right
Yeah.
because you were right behind my little screen. You have to go to that side. Yeah, a little bit down,
Oh, hang
a
on.
little bit down. Yeah, that's it.
So
Oh, that's not too bad. It's
isn't that fine?
reasonably nearby.
Yeah.
It's around Utrecht also. So,
So
yeah,
yeah.
okay, anyway.
Now you know.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
and
well, you know.
I would love you'd have to yeah, you should take some photos. Oh my gosh. Uh,
Taco hell.
I love
Yeah,
that.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
this was fun. This was a fun episode. Holy cow. Wow. This was great fun.
Talking about talking about food, maybe
Yes.
this
Yes,
evening.
yes, yes. Oh,
So, what are you gonna have for dinner tonight?
oh my
You didn't
gosh.
you don't know.
I don't
Oh,
know,
it's
but
still
I'm gonna
still
have
early for you.
maybe Burenkol. I don't know. Now that we've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is it easy to get?
The ingredients are easy to get
Yeah.
and
Okay.
putting it together, I'm
Boerenkool.
telling you, it tastes pretty close to the right thing. So,
Right.
yeah.
What you
But
should do though, because the kale is probably grown in Florida as well, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The thing is with kale, if you want to eat it, and it's in boerenkool, like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
dish,
Yeah.
right? If you want to eat it, uh, first you have to cut it up and then freeze it raw.
Okay.
Yes, that will improve the taste because then it will release the sugars because of the freezing, and the texture will be softer.
Okay. This is
Yeah, that's
this is
really
good to
something you
know.
have to do. Yeah, cut it
All
up,
right.
make it ready, and then put it in the freezer, and then put on the fire,
Uh,
a pan full of water, and then throw the frozen kale into the boiling
uh,
water and cook it like that. Because that will improve the experience even more because it will taste much better. Because here in the Netherlands,
yep.
everybody eats, well, not everybody, but normally, commonly, it's known that boerenkool, because you have to wait before that it freezes in the Netherlands because they leave it in the field,
Oh, that's such a great idea.
and when it's yeah, and when it's frozen,
Oh
the
my
first night
gosh.
frost, they get it off the next day. Then
Ugh.
it's the perfect.
All
But you can
right.
imitate it, of course, with your own freezer.
Yeah,
That's
of
why I said it.
course.
Yeah, because it
So
doesn't freeze in Florida.
well,
It
it does
sometimes
up
does,
north,
but
but not down here.
yeah,
Yeah. No,
yeah, exactly.
when you get south of, you don't get enough freezing days to make a difference. Yeah.
Yeah,
Orlando, further south,
yeah,
you'll see some, but not. Anyway, all right.
yeah.
Um, if you've been listening and watching, I hope you're hungry because I know I am, and we've just been talking about it. Good Lord. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Mm.
Thanks for feedback. Some of you have reached out and said, "Hey, how about we appreciate that. Remember to tell your friends to click
Cool.
like and subscribe and share and what else?
Share it. Share
That's
it
right. Oh,
with
son of a.
your friends. That will help our channel along or
That's
improve
right.
the
It'll
algorithm.
it'll let us it'll let us
It's
spread
kind of
it'll let
strange.
us
Yeah.
spread the goodwill that we're working on. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being a part of this, and we will see you on the next one. Later.
Yes. Woo!